Us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run again with Harris, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This defense for the Pats, they were very good in a victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
From the gun, it's Tua. Dancing to his left. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Check right. Blue check.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And some space here. That one, 28 yards on the ground. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. First carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Chase Edmonds. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Throwing Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Here we go, set. Ready?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at him.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after one.
On the set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds shoves him away. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Tagovailoa. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Tua to try again on second down. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Tua now on first down. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Second down and another run with Edmonds. And some room to work. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Ahmed again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Salvon Ahmed, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now stands at 13. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. This complete left side to Aguilar. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game. These days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. On the screen, this is Edmonds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
From the 36, Tua. That'll be caught by Eric Ezukama. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now Tua. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And again, it's Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. Here's Tua. Forced out to his left. On the out route, Ezukama brings it in. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
On second down, this is Edmonds. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it, and in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
From midfield, here's Tua. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins! Alec Ingold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Jones throwing on 1st down. Going deep here for Parker. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Bourne. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keion Crossen. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep, and on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down, that's what they talk about.
He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 94 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. No run back here. Touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Jones steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Salvon Ahmed. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Now Jones. Parker's got it. Touchdown, New England. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Folk connects on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to... Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he's got room. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll go with a keeper. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Edmonds. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Edmonds again. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash and a bit of... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. On for the extra point is Folk. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 67 yards. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best ever.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Everson Griffin, credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Thompson to throw on 2nd down. He completes it to Wilson. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, it's Thompson. Steps away. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Thompson now, third down. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Pats are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know it feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Keon Crossan.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against.
And now here is another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Juwan Bentley.
They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Rolling to his left. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.